Welcome back to the internet safe space.
I'm happy to be back. You already know the vibes. I don't need to introduce myself.
Now, the last time that Tommy wore this hat was episode 2, and this is episode 40.
38 weeks later, still going strong.
I don't even know if they could hear that. Say one more time.
Said 38 weeks later and we still going strong. You know how it is. One Piece is still the goated show piece of fiction ever. That opinion still stands.
And we're in Kuma backstory territory right now. So for all my manga readers, we were reading that over a year ago. I was still in college when we were reading that, and now Tommy's getting to experience it as he is a try not to gag non-manga reader editor. Put in a boo or something.
You are the editor. Fucking bitch.
Yeah, he's right. I am. Tommy actually, fun fact, Tommy has edited one episode and it was episode 2. Um, yes. Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna place this order for my dinner.
Say cheese.
Jeez. Here, say something,
But
man.
yeah, while he does that, we all know. Chat, we'll get a poll going right now. Who is your favorite One Piece character? They don't have to they don't have to necessarily be on the Straw Hats. It can be a little niche poll. I mean, I think everybody like if you watch One Piece, you can agree that the Straw Hats are unanimously going to be your top picks. But my favorite non-Straw Hat, which is what the question should be, who's your favorite non-Straw Hat in One Piece? Because mine, sadly, I have to say, is my boy. It's my boy Law. He got packed up. Still don't know what the fuck happened to him. But his hockey's so strong that he was a full woman for a little bit. And need I say more? Need I say more? Need I say more? Need I say more?
I don't know if I'd like him to say more, just given that he went like that. He's talking about law in his women form. I've seen Tommy's search history. I'm well aware of. Well, all right. Let's just say what we're doing today
I don't
because
play Doki Doki Literature Club.
say that one more time.
I don't play Doki Doki Literature Club, but if I did, I would date Sayori-chan. And Natsuki-chan, Monika-chan, and Yuri-chan. Monika-chan worse, though. I don't play it, though.
Yeah, he's never even heard of it.
Oh my god.
So you saw the title of the video. You know what we're doing. This is a One Piece arcs tier list. So let me show you guys. I'll change the scenes here for you. So we've got S, A, B, C, D, E. We're not doing any filler arcs. If we were going to do one, we would do G8, but we're not going to do G8. For you guys, you'll see it pop up on screen here. Tommy and I are actually looking above us at a second screen. Very good setup, typical.
Monitor.
Um, so yeah, no filler arcs. We're gonna do like small anything that's counted as like an official manga anime arc. So, for example, like we'll do Ennie's Lobby, but then we'll also do post Ennie's Lobby, right? The Reverie that's included, right? So let's just let's just get this started. I mean, we're gonna start off easy. Romance Dawn. Tommy, why don't you say something about Romance Dawn?
I gotta say, Romance Dawn is beautiful. It's great introductions to all of our characters. Um, sort of like it's kind of out of all the big three that I've watched with Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece. One Piece still is probably my favorite for how like it actually starts the anime. Like one of my favorite parts about that first episode is Luffy starts at the lowest of the low you can be as a pirate. This motherfucker was in a barrel. He was in a barrel. That's how we fucking meet this guy. He's just in a barrel, pops out, and he's like, I'm fucking hungry. And then, he's able to get that boy Kobe rolling. This is Axion Morgan and all that. So right? So it's yeah, so Zoro meeting Zoro for the first time. That's awesome. Zoro is probably my second favorite Straw Hat. probably my second favorite character in the whole series. And yeah, I just really like how just like right off the bat, you could just you could tell the show is gonna be special. You could just tell right from that initial jump. Luffy coming out of the barrel, teaming up with Kobe. You meet Nami, and it's been probably 7 years since I've watched it, so it's like as I talk, it's all gonna come back to me. But like you meet Nami in Romance Dawn, right? She's in the base,
Yeah,
right?
it's Romance Dawn. I think then the first time they interact is Orange Town.
Yeah, all right. But I don't. It's a perfect setup to get the ball rolling, in my opinion. They set up the world nice. They tell you what you need to know, and yeah, find out where he gets this thing too.
Thank you for that, Thomas. Um, yeah, I think I started watching One Piece a little over a year ago. Actually, we're coming on 2 years. In like a few months, I'll have watched it 2 years ago. Like started watching, and Romance Dawn. So One Piece was the first anime I ever watched, and Romance Dawn was a great start. It was a great start. I remember watching that first episode and saying, "Yeah, I'm gonna watch this entire show." First anime. I was never an anime guy. I was always like, I was the guy that would say like, "You're weird if you watch anime." That's how I felt. I was still friends with Tommy, but I was like, he wasn't the best example
You don't know ball.
about the yeah. I'm a non-ball knower. So let's
And I'm all about ball. I play ball.
let's
I play
place
balls. Balls.
let's place this somewhere. Romance Dawn. I'm just throwing it up there on the screen. You guys can't see it yet, but you'll get to see it once we place it. Don't worry.
We put Romance Dawn at. I'm saying we put Romance Dawn at B, and people, chill out. Hey, put your pants back on. Chill out. Romance Dawn, I think should go in B because just like how I mean, is qualms towards like how like animation was back in the day too. Like as much as I love early One Piece, like it hasn't aged the best at moment at parts, but I still think story wise and just how like I said before, how it gets the ball rolling, that lets you know what you need to know, and it's just a very perfect setup. It's beautiful even.
Yeah, I agree with him. I think B is a great starting spot because it's we got to think about it realistically. Not much goes on, but you do get it's what puts you in the story, and it's ultimately what makes you decide if you're going to keep watching or not. And it I think it accomplishes its job. So with that said, I agree. I think B is a good spot for it. It's definitely not C, which is like kind of like
That's disrespectful.
yeah, it'd be disrespectful for the first arc to be put in C. So with that said, B for Romance Dawn, and now we get to move on. Our boy Buggy, Orange Town. Now
You gotta stop doing that. All right, that was the last time. I promise. I promise.
he's done. So let's talk about that. Buggy. I remember saying this. I texted Tommy about this. When I watched this for the first time, and you first get introduced to Buggy, I was like, wow, this guy, one of the most annoying characters that I've ever been introduced to in all of media. I hate him. So glad that Luffy beat him and he made it look easy. I mean, it was easy. Buggy was not strong. And he's still around now. He's a Yonko, bro. He's a Yonko. How?
I mean, we're gonna get into this later because it's definitely a pivotal piece onto why a certain arc is my favorite. It is the fact that Buggy is canonically the first pirate streamer in One Piece. This he is, bro. He put everybody on game, and I just like Buggy's fucking awesome. And I really do enjoy Orange Town too because you get your first fucking One Piece backstory with that fucking dog. I don't remember the dog's name. The dog is fucking goaded, and that shit had me on the verge of tears when I was watching it, and I just remember being so fucking sad. Was it Buggy who kicked the dog, bro? Like it wasn't right, bro. And I was That was El Buggy. But it's also funny to see like just like especially with like anime villains just being fucking top tier haters, and Buggy is a top tier fucking Luffy hater. And the chop chop, this is the first time he fights another devil
Mhm.
fruit user, yeah.
Yeah.
So uh I and that's another very cool thing, like you know that devil fruits are like all wacky and fucking crazy, but I remember seeing the chop chop fruit for the first time and just seeing that shit in action. And I was like, oh fuck. I was like, people in this fucking show are about to be OP as fuck. I love a good power system in an anime, and I think devil fruits and are fucking top tier when it comes to it. And so if I were to put Orange Town somewhere, where do you think you'd put it?
Yeah, I was gonna say I think a good way for us to go about it is I think we'll flip back and forth. So you started off saying where you thought Romance Song would be. So then now for the next one, then I'll say it first, and then you can agree or rebuttal, and then we'll flip back and forth. We'll do it that way.
Yeah.
So I'll do Orange Town. So I think that Orange Town should be. It's fucking hard. You know what the problem is? I just love One Piece
Yeah.
outside of maybe Long Ring Long Land, but
But Afro Luffy's cool.
I think Orange Town. I would probably put it. I think I would put it at the top of C because it's like if we don't start to like try and split them up, we're gonna end up with a pretty B dominant. Like you want to just put all of the early ones in B because they all just feel like they're because C seems like a negative thing, but I think Orange Town is just like it's an average. It's not a bad arc. It's just an average standard arc, and it gets it done. And Buggy kicks a dog, and I don't know. I'm not with that, but
I also think it's a very good like introduction to how One Piece arcs are really gonna work, because like I said, like you get like the first like real fucking sad date date.
I had to stretch.
You should take but you get like the first like real taste of like how a One Piece arc is going to be like formatted going into the future, where it's like you get your build up, you meet characters, you get your build up, and then you'll get your backstory and why you should rock with this homie, in this case the dong. And yeah, and then you just watch the villain get his ass kicked and become a complete hater. And I kind of fuck with how they leave Buggy. They left that dude fucked up. They left him fucked up in pieces, literally. Not one piece, in pieces. But yeah, I would agree. I think C is a good spot for Orange Town. This is gonna be hard. Well, it's also like the East Blue Saga, in my opinion. It's just so I just love it. So it's gonna be hard to hate. It's gonna be very hard to hate.
Yeah, I feel like we need to establish early that placing something in C is not hating on it. D and E, you're starting to hate a little bit. But I think we need to establish that C is not a bad place to put something. It just means that it's average.
Yeah.
Now, One Piece as an entirety is an above average, easily the best anime of all time. Saying an arc is C doesn't mean we're saying One Piece is C. And I think that's like how we have to get out of that mindset. We're not saying One Piece is C. We're saying that Orange Town as an arc is an average arc for the incredible peakness. It's like peak C. You know what I mean? Peak C. Anyways,
It gives you if we're talking chubs, uh, go back on can editor. S tier, rock hard, solid, bursting even. A, oozing elegance, dribbling down. B, solid. You're rock solid. You're rock solid. C, you're chubbed up, but you can still get the job done. D, half chub. This is a half chub, and then E is just micro.
no, not micro.
It's micro.
He's pretty bad.
But yeah, there's not a lot of micro arcs in One Piece. I'll say that. Not a lot of micro dick arcs. So yeah, let's just keep it. Let's keep this ball rolling.
Go right into Syrup Village, especially because we don't want to. You know me and Tommy. We could easily make this a 3-hour podcast, so we're gonna try our best to not do that. And the fact that we're talking this long about small arcs, just wait till Wano, bro. So let's keep it moving. Syrup Village, boy Usopp
Uh,
pulls up.
yeah, boy, I was just about to say, Usopp, you're still on fraud watch, Usopp, bro. You fucking get your ass in line, bro, and start doing some cool shit, bro. Because I'm sick of it. I'm fucking sick of it, dude. But no, like honestly, out of all of like our introduction arcs with the characters, I'm not saying it's my favorite because it's not. I think Baratier is gonna be. We'll get there, but
Wait, I need to interject. We were wrong about something. The first Devil Fruit user that Luffy fights is Alvida. Oh no, but she doesn't.
she
have
doesn't
it yet.
have it. She
She doesn't
doesn't
have
have
it yet.
it
All right, never
because
mind.
she's fat as shit when we see her.
Bro, you put her on the fucking Raiders linebacker.
But no, she would be a good O line. Episode one Alvida is a good O line, bro. That's what the Patriots need. Um, but Sierra Village, um, I just love the whole like boy who cried wolf theme of Usopp, fucking just being Usopp, just being fucking goofy as hell. He's got his army of 5 million men lined up behind him. The Usopp Pirates. Like I loved all the characters in Syrup Village. I think Kuro was a very good villain too. Like it was kind of sick seeing like a very like well known well well known like
For
during
East Blue.
yeah for East Blue like pirate like a notorious pirate like that is like that's the first like time that you see the Straw Hats getting into a fight and you're like oh and but it doesn't matter. Luffy kicks his fucking ass like it's nothing. Zoro was on fucking timing in Syrup Village. One of my favorite moments is when uh the crew uh well like Nami wasn't really part of the crew yet, but she was tagging along with the gang. Um when they pull up to Syrup Village and Usopp starts flaunting, he's pulling out all the cards on them and Luffy quotes Shanks. And I was like, yo, this motherfucker. I love this motherfucker. This is my goat. This is my goat in the making. But nah, yeah, I think the whole shit with like the dynamic with Usopp and Kaya is goaded. And if I were to put Syrup Village somewhere, I would put it in C above Orangetown.
I 100 billion% agree with that. I was really glad you were going to say that because I wasn't sure if you're going to throw it in B, but I think it's another one of those average arcs, but it's definitely a higher average than Orangetown because so much more goes on. It's the first time you really get to see the crew work as a crew, right? In seeing Nami, Zoro, Usopp, and Luffy like work together. Also, like Michael Jackson's in it for some reason. Gonjo.
forgot what his name was.
Gonjo.
I thought you were just doing his.
Oh no. No, because he's saying. I think you're like saying his name. But yeah. So let's throw that in there.
He was a real geeker too.
He was a geeker,
He was fucking hypnotizing people and shit. He was
and then he accidentally hypnotized Luffy and made him go on a rage. And Luffy like picks up the entire like pirate ship and breaks the mast off. He breaks the mast off. Um,
and
that was a good one for him. Good villain for Luffy to beat. Showed some real strength.
and like just the last thing about it. You really they just One Piece just does such a good job of giving you everything you need to know about our crew on their first interactions and like their first appearances in the show. Like Usopp being the boy who cried wolf, but still had that heart of gold and still wanted, even though the village pretty much fucking hated him. I mean, shit, I would fucking hate a dude who was screaming pirates are coming, scaring the shit out of me and my homies, and pirates never came, like, but it doesn't matter. It's just, Usopp stood on business and he won me over for sure. But lock the fuck in, Usopp. You're lock the fuck in, dude.
Baratier. Sanji is still cool at this point. Um, man, what an arc. Baratier is just so good. I mean, it's Sanji has such a good introduction, and it's it's crazy that like I thought when they were like I knew Luffy wanted a cook, and it's obvious they're gonna get a cook, and you think that the cook is gonna be more like Chopper, where like he's not really a fighter, he just like that's what how I was thinking about it. I'm like, he's gonna get someone that's like their main thing is food. But Sanji, they actually made his main thing food, and he's also a fighter. He made him unique, like the not fighting with his hands, only using his legs,
And
and
he's
and he doesn't hit women ever, even when it's absolutely necessary. Like in Wano, when he has to call out to Robin to help him because he just can't. He can't
he
beat.
can't bring himself to do it.
What's the girl? What's the spider lady's name? It's like Black Mama or something. Because it's like a Black Widow,
Yeah, it was something.
something like that. I don't
Something.
remember.
I just remember Robin fucking getting to the
Um,
bag and fucking her up.
but oh god, we're at 20 minutes already. I'm saying for Baratier, I think it's our first A. I don't think it's a B personally. I think it's an A, and I think we're gonna end up with a lot of A's. Maybe we'll drop things down later, but that's just me because I feel like it's a leap. I feel like it's a leap above Syrup Village and Orangetown. Like I think it might end up at the bottom of A by the end of it, but that's just me. What do you think there?
No, dude, we need to start disagreeing and having some debate soon because I was gonna say put it in A. It is like by far probably like I can't even say by far because we got the next one. The next one is objectively better, but no, the writing for Baratier is so peak. You just have so many peak One Piece moments in Baratier. You got Zoro Mihawk duel. You got Zeph Sanji backstory, and that really fucking wins me over. Um, oh yeah, get the props, get the props. Um, but there's so much peak One Piece moments in here, and even they fight Don Krieg and yeah, right. Luffy just not giving a fuck about the armor. This is like more every arc goes on, I start to realize that this dude is my goat. Like because he just punches straight through that shit like it's nothing.
And he's weak.
No, he's like like that. Well, I hope you're talking about Don Krieg. I was gonna say that Luffy. When Luffy sets sail, I think he don't, in my opinion at least, he's not really tested until the next arc that we're gonna get to. Like that, I feel like that's the first time you're like, oh shit, like this dude, this dude can get fucked. But no, I just think the writing for Baratier is just peak, like funny ass moments. Luffy having to work, uh, just like the way it all like kind of like maps out and how Luffy like kind of learns about who Sanji is as a person through Zeph because Luffy is a dumbass and put everything on credit. Said that you pay them back for the food. I don't know, man. I just love One Piece. I can fucking talk about this shit for 5 hours.
Dude, scars on the back are swordsman shame. That's where that's what it comes from. Comes from this arc, that duel, and it also when Zoro gives his speech to Luffy saying that he'll never lose again.
Bro, chills, dude.
Frying
Chills, bro.
and that alone, just like including that in such an early arc, and like Zoro, you thinking Zoro's like the coolest, strongest guy, and he just gets so wrecked. Um, it's a great,
He got wrecked and I was erect.
yeah. Arlong Park. So like I mean, it's actually your turn, Tommy. So I'm not going to say anything, but say where it goes. Go ahead.
Fuck, dude. I I love Arlong Park so fucking much. The first time I cried watching One Piece was when Nami loses everything. Fucking the stupid motherfucking Arlong pirates fucking take the how much did she say? But was it 100 million berries that she needed to? Takes her bread and fucking bro, and she's denouncing Arlong to the to everybody in the well, not really everybody in the village. She's by herself, crashing out, stabbing herself. Arlong, fucking hate you. You got a big ass nose. You don't brush your teeth. Fucking hate you, Arlong. Why are you a bum? Get your own money up. And then Luffy just, hey, I know you stole the ship from us last arc, but you're my friend. And we standing on business. Hold this for me. Gathers up the lads, and that storm to Arlong Park.
I just got full body chills. The walk to Arlong Park is insane.
This is definitely burst territory of pandemonium and ecstasy. We'll say it like that. But it's not S tier. I will put Arlong in a right above Baratier.
Correct. He's right. See, that's it, guys. It's just he's just right. That's exactly where it should go. Um, there's so many incredible moments. Yeah, when he puts the hat on her head and he goes to Arlong, and he that final kick where he goes up through the roof
bro.
and he tears down the entire building and takes out Arlong, and Usopp gets his first dub.
Oh yeah, no.
Usopp actually beats a fishman and he wins in an Usopp way. Yeah, so he wins that. That's a great moment too. And when she stabs her hand in pretending to stab, who was it, like Usopp or something, throws him in the ocean, and it's like you think that maybe she killed him at the time, and then you find out that she's not actually with Arlong, and you get Bellamir's introduction and the pinwheel and everything, tangerines. It's just great. She steals everybody's wallets at the end. That's hilarious. I didn't watch it that long ago. I remember a lot of the details fresh.
Talk like it's all like comes back to me more and more.
Yeah, so Arlong Park, I'm gonna move that up to A above Baratier. Um, and let's show that on screen for everyone. Bank. There we go. And now it's my turn, and we're on.
I love this arc too, bro. Bro, all right.
Is it Log or Log?
Logue.
Logue Town. Logue Town. Okay, so Logue Town. My God, underrated. I'm gonna say this off rip. I think that Logue Town. Now, I'm thinking about this because my first inclination is I want to say that it's an A arc, but also it's is pretty. There's a lot of good stuff that happens, but I think the realistic answer, given what's coming, is B above Romance Dawn, and here's why. So this arc is sick. A lot of cool things happen. So let's go through some of those cool things. One, dragon appearance, insane. Two, Buggy comes back, of course, a trend. We'll see. Alvita comes back too with a devil fruit. Skinny. Luffy is on the podium where Roger was, and he literally smiles like this and goes, "I'm dead." Right as Buggy's about to cut his head off, and then Dragon saves him.
Well, we don't know that.
That's my belief.
The weather fruit, guys. Dragon. We've been hearing this for years. It makes every One Piece fan. I feel like One Piece fans just probably sound psychotic.
Well, he does. Well, Dragon does still save him though from Smoker. That's like he actually intervenes with Smoke. Oh yeah, Smoker's introduction.
Smokers.
And then Zoro does the thing with the sword, where he takes the cursed sword and throws it in the air and catches it, like to show that he doesn't give a fuck.
Sees Tashigi and almost crashes out.
Oh yeah, because Tashigi looks just like his girl best friend that's fell down the stairs and is dead. Also, fun fact about that:
Stairs upscales in One Piece. That's a stair upscale.
in Japan, I think it's Japanese culture. When you tell someone that someone died by falling down the stairs, apparently that is code word for suicide. Fact check me. Someone fact check me. But I saw, yeah, editor. I saw something about that, and I thought that was interesting. So I was like, "Whoa!" Like, do you tell little kids that they fell down the stairs because like they can't grasp that's such a horrible concept?
That is interesting if it's true.
I'll look it up right now. I'll let you say something about Logtown, but that's where I think it should go. I think it should go above Romance Dawn and B. You say your thing.
See, the thing is, Logtown is like such a short arc, but it's so jam packed with so much shit that happens. And one of my favorite moments from Logtown is, well, one of my favorite things about it is kind of just how like it really like kind of showing you how much Luffy is personality wise like Roger, and how like they almost kind of like mirror images of each other in senses. And like one of my favorite moments is, correct me if I'm wrong, because literally it's been so long since I watched this, but um, he's in a bar that nobody really goes to anymore, and he's having a conversation with this old bartender, and just the way Luffy's speaking to him, and when he says, "I want to be king," and the bartender looks at him and sees a spitting image of Roger, and I feel like that's one of like the real first times where like, oh, I was like, Luke, this is this man, he is on a mission and he is going to be king, and I just love when One Piece does like the callbacks from the older generations, and um, just like how they can tie into who we got now in our current gen, our new boys. Um, what did you say? You said you're putting it in B.
That's right. But
I think it's
I think it's better than Romance Dawn.
yeah, it is. Oh, I enjoy Logtown so much. Um, you know what? That is probably a safe bet. I don't think it is a territory. I don't think it is a territory, but I still really 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 like it. So yeah, we'll put it in B. Once we get more arcs on here, we'll be able to like move shit around and really see what's up.
Hold on one second.
Yeah.
All right. Reverse Mountain is next. Tommy, you're leading off on that one. Laboon.
Yeah, no. Fuck. I I fucking love Laboon, bro. Laboon, Laboo, Laboon. Guys, I swear I'm not a performative male, but I um I love Laboon. This is the first time you meet someone from Roger's crew, right?
Crocus.
Crocus, yeah, he's just fucking chilling. Motherfucker's just chilling, bro. He don't really give a fuck. They tried, yeah. Didn't Luffy ask him to join the crew? They could be the doctor of the crew. Yeah, I can barely remember. But yeah, Laboon's cool. Um, Grand Line. Woo. But yeah, other than that, I don't think a lot of there isn't like a lot of crazy shit that really happens
Vivi
in.
gets introduced. She's
Is it?
inside Laboon.
Oh, fuck. Oh
Yeah,
shit.
because then it goes right into Whiskey Peak.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Holy fuck.
Reverse Mountain is just so short.
Yeah, it is. It is short, but yeah, no, it's good. Um, I honestly will probably, if I were to place it, I'd just place it in C just for substance, and it's just a build up arc. It's like a hoorah, we're going to the Grand Line, sort of thing, and yeah, it's the first build up to greater things called Alabasta.
Now the question comes down to I do think I think I would put it above Orangetown, but would you put it above or below Syrup Village? That's the question.
I would put it below.
Below, yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Right in between them, I think is a pretty solid spot. So let's get that in there. Reverse Mountain, bang, right in between. And with that, we go into Whiskey Peak. Whiskey Peak. Um, One thing I remember is Zoro taking on like 100-man army by himself because everybody they basically Whiskey Peak. From what I remember, they get like welcome. There's like a huge party. They get everybody super drunk and like fucked up, and then they're full. Like Luffy, I remember Luffy. is like asleep with like this huge stomach because he ate so much food. And then while they're asleep, like Zoro realizes like something's not right. He goes out and then he just literally fights and takes on everybody in Whiskey Peak alone.
What pissed me off though about Whiskey Peak is that after all this shit happens and Zoro's trying to explain to Luffy like, yo, they was jumping. They was gonna jump us. They were gonna rob us, take all of our goods. Luffy just decided to scrap.
Oh yeah.
He
I
just
forgot
decided
they
to
fought.
scrap.
I forgot they fought. Yeah, that was weird of him. I don't know why. I remember thinking in my head like Luffy, like I like Luffy, but I really like Zoro too. So you know, like it's just
Did that mean what I think it means?
yeah.
He's gonna fuck Zoro. He wanna fuck Zoro. Don't do it like they did the Gojo figure though. If you know, you know. But yeah, I would say I know it's yours, but you just gotta process that for a second. I would say Whiskey Peak. I would also throw it in C. I think I'd put it above Orangetown, and
Below Reverse Mountain for me.
yeah. I mean, shit. I haven't watched it in 7 years, so like, I, I trust that. But no, yeah, and it's just like it's like a classic. It's like this is like the whole Alabasta saga is like the classic. Like it's the true classic One Piece. Like this is how these sagas are gonna roll out. You're gonna have your little build up arcs, introducing more and more and more. So by the time the big battles go down, um, you're just very well informed and shit is just golden. But yeah, I agree with that.
Let's place it, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Whiskey Peak going in, and we said it's gonna be right here. Okay, okay. Little Garden, and let's do. Yeah, we got Little Garden, Drum Island, and then Alabasta. So we have Dory Bragi introduction and then Chopper introduction. Just to break it down nice and simple for the audience. So, um, Little Garden. I'll start off to say something real quick about it. Um, I mean, these next two arcs are really good. The question of what's better, I actually think we should talk about Little Garden and Drum Island at the same time, um, because I think that they're really close. There's a lot of cool things that
It's close.
you don't think. I gotta know which one you like better. Then hold on, I'll get to you in a second. Dorian Bragi's introduction is just absolutely insane. They're just so cool, and you get Mister Three introduction. Zoro nearly cutting his legs off.
Well, he hit a fucking sick ass pose too.
He did. He was like, if I'm gonna die, I'm gonna fucking look good.
Damn.
Um, so I know which one I like better too. But Tommy, this one's yours. So you tell me which one you like better, and then let's just tell me where you think they both should go. Let's see how.
All right. Well, Lil Garden has its fucking moments. Fucking what? Fuck, Drogi. What the fuck are their names? Drogi and
Dorian Bragi.
Dory and Bragi. Fuck. Maybe I do need to rewatch One Piece. That would be 5 years off my life. But no, I really enjoy like you have because they run in the Waxman Mr. Three, right? And you get classic cool fucking espionage Sanji. Like that's a Sanji.
Prince.
Yeah, Mr. Prince. We need espionage Sanji back. You know James Bond Sanji.
He was
Because
cool at the time. He was cool.
the fact that he was just he just pulled that big dick move, just fucking calling in and giving fake comms to Crocodile and gang, bro. I loved it. Um and yeah, introduction to the Giants. Uh you learn that there's a whole fucking island of giants that are just out there coming soon. But yeah, but Drum Island, the thing is we meet our boy. We meet our boy. Second time I cry in One Piece. Fucking I love Tony Choppa. That is my fucking guy. And that whole arc is very. It shows how much Luffy really cares for his crew. I thought you could say moments in Little Garden were higher, like Mr. Three being there, Sanji doing all this cool shit, watching the fucking giants feud, and then Luffy kind of settling a beef. But then you also like when it comes to Drum Island, I just think that is its peak Straw Hat character writing. Uh, Chopper's whole backstory with that old man, forgot his name, but fuck, what is his name? His caretaker, the one who brings him in. Uh,
Here, look. Here, look. Something like that. Here, look.
okay, call him Mr. H. It does because it does start with an H, I think. But just like the fact that like that one scene where what is it?
I was right. Here, look. That's the guy, right? That's the guy you're thinking of.
Yeah.
Yeah, here, look.
But when Chopper walks back in with the mushrooms because he knows homie's dying and he just wants to treat him. He got such a great heart, and you also see how much Luffy really cares for the crew. Sanji goes down, Nami's sick, and all he wants to do is make sure they're all right. Climbs up a fucking mountain with one hand. Doesn't even fucking have to start. And no, yeah, and then he's carrying Sanji in his mouth, and he has Nami on his back, right? Isn't that? And he's just yeah, fucking stand up, motherfucking guy. And the old lady, what's her doctor like? Corone something starts with a K. Yeah. Hey, I have the excuse. I have the excuse. He hasn't. He just watched this shit basically. He did. That was off. Yeah, off Dome Piece. But I Drum Island is better. I think the villain fucking blows, but we see him now. I forgot his name. Wapple. Yeah, bro. This Devil Fruit's fucking lame. Like that's really it. He has got a lame ass Devil Fruit. But it's the first time Luffy puts his flag down on an island, claims it as his territory. So you go to Drum Island, you fucking with the Straw Hats, and yeah, yeah. I would put Drum Island. I see now. This is where it gets hard. Little Garden's definitely in C, and I think it is above Reverse Mountain, below Syrup Village, and Drum Island. I think Drum Island can go B tier. That's how I see it.
Okay, so let's break this down. So first thing I'll say is I agree. I think Drum Island is better. Um, it's yeah, it's there's just more that happens. You get a new crew member. Yeah, the villain is mid, but
It's not about the villain and
yeah, it's not about that. It's about
Straw Hats.
yeah, and um, Here Look actually has a quote that I like. When he eats the poisonous mushroom and basically commits suicide, like going to Wapple's castle. Before they kill him, he says, someone fact check me. He says something like, "A man only dies when he's forgotten." Yeah, really good. It's a good quote. And then they also at the end they make the cherry blossoms all come down and raise his flag, his Jolly Roger and stuff. So yeah, Drum Island is really good, and I think the BC makes sense. The only thing is, actually, I personally would put Little Garden ahead of Syrup Village because of all the moments that I mentioned.
Yeah.
I think they outweigh that arc for me. There's just like it's a lot of good stuff in there.
No, and it's also we're the crew that we've been rolling with is like well established at this point. So it's fun to see them thrown into crazy situations and yeah, I'd agree with that. I would put it above Zero Village, but Drum Island.
Well, now here's the question: because where do we think Drum Island goes? We think it's leading B, um, or do we think it's bottom B, middle B? I mean, it's got to go somewhere, Tommy. Honestly, I could take it or leave it in any of the spots, and
Me too.
so I think
I say we put it in between Logtown and Romance Dawn. There's a
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Logtown is so much
Bro,
substance.
dragons in it, bro. I mean,
Like what is it? 12 episodes? Not even.
yeah, and I love Smoker too. And you get more Zoro hype too. It's like for all the Zoro dick suckers out there, it's a good arc for my boy. Not me, not me. Nami. Nami Swan. Okay, we've made it. Alabasta. I mean,
Alabasta.
God, it's peak. Alabasta is peak. Crocodile.
It's one of my favorite fucking villains.
Crocodile is so he's so cool, and it's the first time in One Piece that I think you really sit down and say to yourself, "How the hell is Luffy gonna beat this guy?" Because
He's Logia.
we don't know anything about Logia fruits. All we know is Luffy can't hit him, and Luffy's main thing is hitting people. And he's just got aura about him. Like the guy just screams aura.
And the opening is so fire.
The opening is great too, yeah. And you also get Ace's introduction. So that's just also some more peak. Um, Smoker follows them there too, which is cool. And now you get to see the newly built crew all navigate a situation together. Um, Personally, I think that it's our first S tier arc. So I need you to confirm or deny that with me. I could have a conversation, but
Alabasta just got so much cool shit about it. Usopp's fight with the fucking like badger or whatever the fuck.
Miss Merry
Miss
Christmas.
Merry Christmas, yeah. And yeah, locked in. And it's the first time he whip out that 10-ton hammer out of his bag of tricks. But it was my favorite parts in One Piece are when the crewmates are standing 10 toes on Luffy's dream. Usopp bloodied and battered. It's after uh Miss Merry Christmas says that like she laughs at the fact that he wants to be that Luffy wants to be king. He's like, no. He's like, you cannot laugh about that. He was like, our captain will be king, and then fucks her up. Like, damn, damn. That was one of my favorite fucking moments of that whole arc. And then you get Nico Robin, and who doesn't love Mommy Robin? Come on, let's be real. Let's be real. Best girl on the Straw Hats. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
He's wrong. It's Nami.
No, bro. No, bro. I love Nami. Robin better.
After Wano, which we'll talk about later, I am a Nami stan. Nami's like a top straw hat for me.
No, she's a top straw hat for me too, but I like Robin more. 100%. Yeah.
That could be a whole podcast, Nami versus Robin.
Oh, and it's Mommy Robin. It's Mommy Robin. She clears. Clears is crazy. Clears is crazy. She clears for me mentally, but but no, yeah. I am so down with putting it S tier because like Crocodile is one of my favorite characters that were introduced in the One Piece, and then yeah, you get Ace, and it's cool. You didn't even know Luffy had a fucking brother. You know what I'm saying?
Twisted.
Yeah, it's just like God. That's also what makes Luffy the goat, bro. He just don't care about nothing. He doesn't really tell anybody shit, bro. He's like, oh yeah, by the way, I have a brother, and he is a commander on the Whitebeard Pirates. It's like, holy fuck, dude. Holy fuck. And the Flame Fruit is sick. Sand Fruit was also fucking sick. I like Luffy's little. I like. This is the first time you see Luffy lose in an arc, which that becomes a recurring theme at some points. Wano, but yeah, I just think Luffy, Water Luffy is fucking peak. That is peak. That is a peak fucking form right there. And yeah, no, I just fucking love Alabasta. Great fucking a great first like true official saga of One Piece.
Yeah. And another thing, there's a couple other things I thought about because this is the first like fairly long arc too. Fairly long, I'll say, in comparison to what comes later. But a few other things. Mr. Two Mr. 2 comes in. That's huge.
Bro.
S tier GOAT character of One Piece, easily one of the best side characters. Bon Clay. Zoro learns how to cut steel because he beats Mr. 1. Nami has her first one-on-one fight and wins against a Devil Fruit user on her own with a really, really shit version of the climb attack. Shout out Usopp. All those side fights were great. But yeah, the Mr. 2 fight was great when he would turn himself into Nami so that Sanji couldn't hit him. Was crazy. But yeah, Mr. 2 was such an. We can talk about him more when we get to Impel Down, but what an unlikely ally and randomly incredible character.
No, when they first meet Bon Clay, what is he says he's like, friends, this isn't goodbye. And we're like, it's a see you later. And then I'm like, uh, and like, everybody on the crew is just crying, and then Vivi's just like, because he transformed into her dad. And it was like, oh shit. Oh,
And we haven't seen him since Impel Down. And I don't know what Oda's cooking there because Oda's aware that he's one of the most beloved. Yeah, we know he's alive, but he's not like we need him. I think a cool arc would be if they did like Return to Impel Down. They like broke everybody out. That'd be like crazy. Regardless though, Alabasta S tier. Yeah, it's leaps. It's just it really is leaps and bounds ahead of Arlong Park and Baratier to the point where it'd be like disrespectful to what it is to put it in A because it's just better.
and good fits. One of my favorite things about One Piece is that they got different fits for the sagas and good fits in Alabasta. But damn, whenever walking through that desert, I wanted to fucking pound my head to a wall.
It was actually the first and only time that I ever actually took a break from watching One Piece. It slowed down so much when they're walking through the desert, but going through so we made it through the first saga, so we're going to go to a quick commercial break. It's been 50 minutes.
Damn.
And we've only done 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 arcs. So
That's two sagas we got through though. Two sagas.
yeah, let's see what it's looking like right now. Pretty solid. It makes sense. It makes sense that the most would be in C, and that it would kind of yeah. This like stacking makes sense for what a saga should be like. Yeah, we literally have stairs. Um, yeah, we got some good stuff ahead. So with that said, let's do a quick commercial break. Let everybody cool down for a sec. You're probably gonna see this guy.
And keep your clothes on during the commercial break. Just warning you.
All right. Nice cop. Appreciate it. You can do better. You gotta work on some things, but you can definitely do better. Let me see you. All right. You're definitely working with something. Potential. Bronny James potential. All right. So at the NSA space, we got a new collab coming. I won't. No teasers. No spoilers. But if you come to the internet space, someone's trying to barge in on the penis collab. It's all right though. We love penises. And the thing is, internet space, I'm developing an app. It's going to be a working collaboration. The government won't let me release it yet because it's too damning evidence. It's going to come up on your driver's. It's going to come up on your driver's license. Your penis size will be on it. That's the whole goal. But the thing is, you're going to post a picture of your penis. You're going to be able to add your friends, and they're going to rate it kind of like on a letterbox scale, on a scale of 1 to 5. You know, rate it 5 stars. They'll give you some reviews. They'll give you some. Advice on how to make your penis better. You know, maybe you got too much hair down there. Maybe your balls are too droopy and you just need to not jack it for a week. Let it load up. We like life force here. It gives us soul, it gives us energy. So just remember, at the internet safe space, we got full balls, full penises, good penises at that. He can work on it.
Nah, bro.
We got full penises at the internet safe space, and I appreciate you all for watching. Collab coming soon. Penis out.
We're back from commercial break, And to your dismay, we're gonna have to end because Tommy and I were sitting here and we're talking about One Piece and how much we respect it as a form of media. And we realized we're never going to be able to talk about these arcs quickly, and we're gearing up for this to look like a 3 hour recording. Um, so what we're going to do is for this episode, we made it nice and clean. We did the from the beginning to the end of the Alabasta saga. Um, it was like East Blue saga and Alabasta saga together. Um, so with that said, this is how we're going to leave it. So I'll show you guys for East Blue Alabasta saga, the first beginning of One Piece, what it looks like.
I think we did a good job.
I think we did a great job. I'm very happy with how this came out and what it looks like. I think this is a beauty of a list. It's going to be great when it's done. Just wait until we do every single One Piece character.
It's making me happy too because I just love talking about One Piece, and I'm remembering things as like I was like taking a trip down memory lane, and it's like as we talk about it, I'm remembering shit that I haven't really thought about that happened in One Piece for years and years. So it's One Piece is peak. It's peak. It's just so good. Better than any show I ever watched. Better than any media I've ever consumed in my life.
I agree with him.
I put like if we could do like a tier list of media, now like includes video games and stuff like that. I put One Piece is above Elden Ring type shit, bro.
Easily, it is. I agree with him 100%.
And that says a lot because Elden Ring is probably my favorite game I've ever played. Like when you really think about it, like first time playthroughs, like there ain't nothing like that first time playing through Elden Ring. Like how there ain't nothing like that first time you're watching One Piece, especially when we get to the later arcs. I can't wait to talk about them.
And thinking of Elden Ring like a series, how One Piece is a series, the addition of Night Rain into the Elden Ring like universe, it just makes it even more peak because we're just we're playing so much Elden Ring. I play Night Rain every day now because I'm going for the platinum trophy, and I put out Night Rain content on this channel all the time.
El Guardian. El Guardian.
Yeah,
El
he's once I like get the platinum, we're definitely gonna do a couple Night Rain episodes. Like we'll do every character on a tier list, and we'll do shit like that. The Guardian fight's gonna be crazy when I say he's S tier. But I just unlocked.
Guardian. The worst fucking night farer you can pick.
Yeah, no, he's not. Also, I don't know if you saw this is about One Piece now. Apparently, I saw something. It was just on Instagram, so it could be bullshit. But I saw that One Piece is being considered. I don't know who like officiates this, but it's being like brought up as being like nominated or considered the first modern day epic. Um, Whereas like in comparison with like the Epic of Gilgamesh, which is like crazy that Oda cooks so hard that people are actually recognizing One Piece as like a historical media, like on the lines of like Shakespeare. Like type of thing that like our kids will talk about being like one of the craziest ongoing stories of all time. Um, so anyone that knows about the Epic of Gilgamesh or whatever, leave a comment or something and like yeah.
Chat.
Please leave a comment or something explaining like why that's so huge. It seems like a crazy distinction because yeah, regardless. Thank you for watching. This was a great episode. Thank you to Tommy. This was very last minute, so thank you for showing out as you always do. We'll probably end up recording the next part of this week. I might even do back to back, like uploading about One Piece, just because we need to catch up on the newest like 2 episodes or some shit. So shout out Kuma, right?
God, Kuma, I fucking love you, bro, and I feel for you. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. You know how it be. Internet safe space. It's the safest space on the internet, bro. Safest spot you can be at, and you can put your pants back on now. And that's it.
All right. With that said, we're gonna close out here. We'll be back. We're gonna go through all of these. It might take some time, but we're gonna do it. So for those of you that are watching,
Sure, bro.
oh yeah, the Heart Pirates. Yeah, and I got
Ciao, Beppo.
very huge. But thank you guys for watching. Do whatever you want to do. You want to subscribe or like, I don't care. Do it. I'm not gonna be the guy that's like smash it. No, I don't care. Do what you got to do.
Smash it. Smash it.
All right, Tommy, say the closeout statement, and then I'll hover over the button.
Shit. Uh, I love One Piece. I love the internet safe space. Both of these worlds colliding is one of my favorite things, and thanks for having me on the show again. It's always a blast.
Episode 40.